Discussion with the shadow. As you stand here beside me and look at the specter of death, who has ghosted us all these days, do not ask for pity or mercy or the simple last breath. Do not ask for praise, just expect that life has one thread, simplified by the anomaly you thought you were but are not. In a white rush, we are dead. All those years of apostasy are buried like prelates or despots in a common grave. We are gone. We are desperately done. Had you been absent forever, who could have known you were here? You came with your digital arias, a restlessness plaguing a fever, a template straight to the ear, just to die with your various manias, the impertinence vested in I. We have traveled as shadow and body on a seahorse back to an underground river. We have cursed at clouds in the sky. We lost ourselves in mundanity. Our caustics created no stir. The anonymous hide in indifference and shadow me here in my moods, my movements, my pleasures, my pains, the dogmas defined by intemperance. A rhapsody born of forgotten etudes leaves with a sense that nothing remains, for shadows portend an impermanence, and fate is determined by chance. Now that the body turns away, the degenerate hours are near, as close as a distance permits. Today means nothing to yesterday or the time that will not reappear. You cordon the light if to emit the mutable songs in your ear. You return to the pulpit, keening your words as a measure of thoughts that no one will hear. For a shadow is only the puppet of the marionette that you were. In spite of the truth you resist, you dissolved yourself into a mist. Now you are glowing and golden, but disappear back to the shades to wonder why minutes, relieved of the time that was stolen, all of the hours that delayed, the sinecure of an evaporate who once left a shadow behind, would come to us as a reflection, the catalyst of an invention, an unclouded jewel just mined. We are not done, we are shadow and sun, we are the moments unmade, each as the other's accessory, like the joys that abut despair. The shadow savors the shade, then hides in mazes of memory, whether or not we are there, or too thin in the just expired air. There are no eyes to a shadow, though ears can fashion a music you looked for, but light turned around. There was no depth in the shallows, only the sea of the sick, whose guttural deaths were drowned, breathless, released from contagion, who had suffered an age of remorse. We knew it. We were not immune as the tube-twisted skeleton legion rose up and rider's pale horse rode on the racetrack in a cantering moon past the biers that chased fire and earth, singed shades buried in death. All the world's madness exacts us. The truth of this time was the lie. We engaged a belligerent fantasy. The lethal became contagious, and all we could do was die, buried alive in a phlegmatic sea. There's no direct light. Still, you are me. You followed me here in my days. O shadow, return us to origin. Look forward, look backward, and see a body that blocks the sun's rays, diminished the light of your twin, and cast a cruel eye on the deep, dark ground. The shadow surrounds, the earth that lies cold at your feet, that shovels you into your sleep in a light that can't be interred nor found. O shadow of shadow, when will we meet? When body is gone, in a heartbeat,